So I guess we're rolling. I'm doing the tech.
Yes, you pressed the button.
Hey, I pressed the button. There's record all over the screen right now. I am the guru of all the technical things that are happening tonight because Brother Shadrick had a prior engagement, a paying prior engagement that he couldn't get out of. And until we get some sponsorship, we ain't turning down no money outside of the podcast. But nonetheless, welcome to another episode of the award-winning, the illustrious, the show about black men who love wrestling, Kayfabe Cowboys podcast. So here I am your host for the night. I am the moderator. I am the visual and audio maintenance man that's going to get this thing rolling tonight. I am the gorgeous one. I am Gorgeous Jervis, aka G.A. Brown. And on the screen, I think man, this must be special effects. There must be some big reveal that is coming because one of my partners just went black. But so for right now, what I'm going to do, I am going to, and he's back. So the mixologist extraordinaire, wrestling historian, the man who had the longest drink line at Mochella and got mad at me because I went to a shorter line to get a faster drink. The one, the only, the OTG himself. Brother Legend, say what's up to the folks, man.
You got to fit in it for a second.
Can't even hear it.
We can't hear it.
Can't even hear it.
That sucks.
Can't even hear it.
Anyway, I was playing Roman Reigns theme. Anyway, I need y'all to understand something. We allowed this gentleman to come back. Okay? We allowed it because sometimes, you had to have the fake Diesel for you to appreciate the real Diesel. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You had to have Solo Sikoa to understand how important Roman is to us.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he wrote it in snow, because you're allowed to write things that aren't true, am the original.
Natural happenstances.
Natural. Wow. What's going on, people? It's your boy Legend. I am back. Mochella was crazy. I think I'm just now starting to recover. Apparently, I've now heard that Mochella is a sorority, an event space, hourly charged event, several different things. And apparently that was the last one. We'll talk about that next year. We'll see. But yeah, I'm back. I missed you guys. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to discuss. And I would be remiss if I didn't start this episode by saying, don't think I didn't hear your takes after the Royal Rumble, and we're going to get to those.
So without further ado, the other man on the screen, the other Giles that's, and the people can't see the labels that are on our names right now, but Clay Giles, the OTG. So right now, I just want to welcome the man who is essentially like an honorary fourth member of the show at this point. Man that can be tagged in when a member of the team gets injured, and he can step right in, and we can go Freebird rules, and just and we can keep the tag belts on us. Brother Clay, welcome back to the show. Say what's up to the folks, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for this opportunity to showcase the real OTG, the undisputed OTG. I was gonna sit here and flex a little more of this WrestleMania 40 gear, but I figured since I'm the real OTG that I should just come on out with the sponsored gear I got here.
Well, if that's the case, let me show you my. No, that would be wild.
Yo.
But question though, before we get into it, does that make Clay the Undertaker? Because if we recall, the reason the Undertaker got big is because somebody got injured, and he had to sub in. Was it Skyscrapers, I believe?
Way back. Okay.
So I just, anyway.
So is he?
Brother.
So is he the Kofi to our Mustafa Ali?
I'm not shaving my mustache, bro.
Is he like Bo Dallas? Subbing, acting as, Bray Wyatt? Like, we believe you, but we don't really believe. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting all off topic.
Yeah,
and I think that people need to realize we have a great show ahead, and I can't wait to dive in.
Hey man, welcome back to the show. We're glad to have you. Hopefully we're gonna figure out this Mania live watching thing, and we can do that as a tandem. Is that the infamous lemonade, or?
Hey, sir, no, this is from Publix. I finally went to Publix for the first time.
Okay.
And that is not a safe space for somebody who gets dazzled by new signs. I spent $97 and I had 6 items, but this is their mango lemonade. I'm not messing. I got that lemonade downstairs. Shout out to Kasha.
Okay, all right, all right. So what we're about to jump into right now, everybody knows us for having a segment of the show that begins, and it's something that Shad gives us. He would declare it as a fan favorite. For us, we tolerate him because he gives us the platform to record. But nonetheless, Shad, we love you. So he gave us an icebreaker to get things going right now. And I could probably say this might be one of his better icebreakers that he's had. So in the words of Brother Shadrick, if you could replace Travis Scott with any other celebrity,
you gotta turn your light off and get lower.
See, if I turn the light off, it's gonna be black in here.
But that's why it's gonna be Shad.
Hold up, let me see.
You see what I did? You see what I did there?
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let me turn my screen brightness up. All right.
See.
If you could replace Travis Scott with any other celebrity for the moment with Cena, who would it be and why?
Man.
I'm gonna let you kick this off, GA.
All right. So before I get my, I just want to say that Travis Scott's participation in that will be talked about later in the podcast. We're giving you a little foreplay and we're coming back to it. Pause.
Hey.
So to get the same level of hatred and the booing and all of that ensued, to get somebody to polarize the crowd as Cody is the white meat baby face that everybody wants to cheer. If I had to replace Travis Scott with any other celebrity, I would replace him with Kanye West.
I think that's why you like this one, because you already had an answer lined up.
Like instantly when I was thinking of somebody that people would want to boo and would polarize the crowd, with everything that he's been doing social media wise, and obviously he would be a sponsorship nightmare. Having Kanye West come out there and do the same thing that Travis Scott did would get nuclear level boos, man. So it would be yay for me.
Okay. If that's what you're going with, I'm gonna go Wayne. One, because he's already in the WWE family, but we're coming off of the Super Bowl where people clamored for him to get that shine. So now he's getting that shine outside of America. You know what I'm saying? Building toward their biggest game of the year. So I'm gonna go Wayne, and he already don't look too normal. So I'm gonna go Wayne.
It's Wayne. It's Lil Wayne, Lil Easy.
Lighter flick.
Hit Cody Rhodes with a chair. It's Wayne.
What is wrong with you today, bro?
Impressive. It's 2 for 2 tonight, dog. So I thought about this, and now I'm rethinking about it. If I was gonna replace Travis Scott, originally I automatically thought public enemy number one, Drake.
Ooh,
in Canada, crazy.
You want to get? But see, that was the other half of it. I'm like, okay, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, Drake, public enemy. Everybody's hating him right now. Of course he's gonna get booed. You want to put heat? You bring.
I think I know where you're going.
Since it was in Toronto,
I think I know where you're going.
Probably bring out Kendrick, right?
That would have went crazy. That would have went. Right? Hold on, but where's WrestleMania?
But it would have been really crazy because Drake was at Elimination Chamber.
So so he jumped the barricade and get busy.
Wait,
I mean, he gonna.
I missed that part of it. But... Yeah. I missed that part.
Drake had a ringside seat at Elimination Chamber. But they didn't, they didn't put him on. They didn't put him on TV or really say his name or nothing like that. He was there.
Now here's the thing: if they didn't know that he had bought, because you can buy tickets anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't know he bought a ticket and brought out Kendrick, dog, that would have been insane. The only thing with Kanye is I was afraid that he would try to get a mic. That would be my fear. You like,
they could turn the mic off.
I know, but
they could turn the mic off.
They gotta stay off because I don't trust him. But you know what? Now that we've had this discussion, I have to take back what I said about you, Shad, mentally. I do it often, but that wasn't a bad one with these answers that were given. But yeah, those I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, all right. So what? So the moving on in the agenda right now, I am going to pass it off to the man that has been multitasking and coordinating a lot of dope shit over the weekend, the one, the only legend. Like, just keep the party going, rolling from the weekend. I'm upset that you didn't send us any pre-made beverages for the episode, but we can get to that when we watch Mania together.
First of all, let's establish this up front. I'm exhausted from this weekend because somebody decided to have a pop-up shop, okay, on Saturday, which by the way, I learned a lesson that I can't do two major events back to back because that's when my Cash App stopped working at the party.
Oh, look at them shades. They're nice. I'm mad. Mine are in the car. I wanted to put them on. It's just raining outside. I didn't want to go get them. They
To
look
which I
good on you,
asked
baby.
him if he wanted some pre-made beverages. He told me to go to hell. So,
I did not. I said, which would be easier for you to do?
whatever. Anyway, nobody cares about the truth and the lies more entertaining. Okay.
Whatever. All right.
Now,
Pinocchio.
wow, that's crazy. All right. So I want to start this episode a little negative, more negative than I typically am, and ask you, gentlemen, have you heard what's been going on with like the WWE releases and most recently a release of Carmella?
I saw something about it on the Twitters, but I ain't really give it much. I didn't really click or because I ain't gonna lie, like she been off TV. I'm not really invested in whatever she got going on right now. I love Carmella, I really do, but I'm just not
Well, that's
checking for
because,
Carmella right now.
we know what you like.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
I follow the pod.
Yeah. So I'll kind of give you the gist of it. She was released recently and she went on a podcast and basically said that she was released because she got pregnant, had a baby, and is now trying to figure out her future in wrestling. Things are going to continue. And I thought to myself, I said, Self said, yeah. I said, the last time you thought about Carmella was when you were scrolling past her name in WWE 2K24 and wait to play 25. I think it's next month. And I, as I was sitting there thinking, she said that the WWE released her recently. She'd been with WWE, let's say 8 to 10 years. I don't know the exact number, but she's been off TV for at least 3.
She had a good run.
I don't know about y'all, but I would love to get paid for the last 3 years for being at the house.
Yes.
Point one.
You know,
Point two, they didn't release her. They just did not renew her contract. And point three, when was the last time you was like, damn, I miss Carmella?
I miss Carmella a little bit. So I watched the reaction video to the video, whatever she recorded on whatever podcast she did. I'm not even sure. No disrespect to them, but I just didn't catch the name of it. She said that she felt punished for having a baby. That was the reason why she was disgruntled, I guess. I think she was feeling a little entitled. I don't know. Like you said, like even when she was on television, she wasn't a major star. Even after the repackaging they tried to do with her, it still didn't really resonate. I feel like we all remember Carmella as the third piece to Big Cass and Enzo. I feel like that was her best time. Granted, she was the inaugural Money in the Bank winner. That's
Yeah.
historical, so you
Mm-hmm.
had your time in the spotlight, but
First woman to
also
moonwalk in the ring.
that, you know what I'm saying? That was clean. That whole little skywalk and moonwalk, all that, yeah, that was cool. But I feel like you throwing this, her throwing this energy out is kind of like, you can be brought back at any time. Just because we didn't re-sign you now and we let it expire, doesn't mean that you can't come back when we would need you. Like, don't badmouth the company, too soon.
And the way I look at it, the heel toe that we got in the ring right now currently with Naomi, which we'll get to later, is better than that moonwalk. The other side of it is I feel like that household in general does not do well with
They're not
bad
in the best
news
graces.
That's very true. That is very,
and
very true.
like maneuvering through things. So was I surprised to hear her, like you said, badmouth the company? I was not, but it did make me wonder. Like, I mean, granted, there's been a bunch of people who have badmouthed the company and come back. I get that. There's always going to be room for a diva or whatever the title they use. When it comes time for like a rumble or a later run.
A diva. Oh gosh, it's 2025. You trying to get us canceled?
That's what they were called back then. Hey, I live in the
Okay.
moment. Hey,
Okay.
listen, I said that. That's why I
Do you
did that.
think?
I
Do
went
you
that
think,
way.
Big Dog? Do you think, Big Dog?
But it is just one of those things. Like, look at Trish. Trish has had
I can't stop looking at Trish.
relax, has had what 2 or 3 children, and guess what? Hey yo, and she has been welcomed back several times and has signed a Legends contract. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't look at Carmella as a
She
gender,
ain't Trish.
so that's my stand on it. GA, how do you feel about it after hearing the basics?
To me, it seems a bit woe is me. Like, granted, the entire time you were off TV, you were being paid. I didn't even notice she was still under contract, to be honest.
Yeah, for real.
So she was still receiving her compensation whilst being off of TV. And
like Tamina.
Yeah, like, why would creatively, right? If we don't have anything for you right now or any plans, why would we renew your contract? And you weren't fired. Like, people's contracts expire all the time and then they end up re-signing. But also to, put it in comparison to like a Becky Lynch, she ain't Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch could go have 2 or 3 more kids and she's still gonna be under contract just because of her place on the card. We talked about earlier, Bianca Belair hasn't had a child. But I'd imagine it's not because she's fearful of being released or not re-signed because she has a child. I think she just doesn't want to lose the momentum that she has of where right now. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's a nothing burger to me. I like Carmella. It's cool seeing her on TV, but do I miss Carmella? No. It was, yeah.
Did she get pregnant in the prime of her career, or was this like I wasn't there. I took some time off too.
It was soon. It was soon after that repackaging. Like, she had just got the thing where she had the little sheet and she had the little silhouette behind the sheet dancing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was like real soon after that. So it was like it kind of was ill timing for real.
Yeah.
And I get it. You never want to say, well, I stayed this, because you never can tell.
But when the Lord is ready to give you a blessing, we cannot question the timing of such. And she received a number of blessings along with that because she was able to be paid the entire time she was gone. You know what I mean?
I didn't know where you were going to go with that, so I'm glad I let you finish.
Either. It was a
you brought up something that before we get to the next topic I want to touch on. Is a 95 in WWE 2K25.
I still need to play that.
Well, no, you need to play 24, 25 ain't out.
Yeah, 24 is clean.
Mela is a 70, if I remember correct. Like, you can't say that like they punish you. You were never going to be that girl. But
so my question is, hearing that she's a 70, what is Valhalla rated on 2K?
Even on the game?
I would much now need to look because I have to know the answer to that.
Let me
Okay, you looked at that. So since we're being negative, and while GA is looking that up, I just want to ask y'all a simple question: is the Judgment Day dead?
Hope so.
I just keep seeing like they've been floundering since they kicked the most popular people out.
They're floundering. They are floundering.
That tag match, the tag team championship was as good as Gunther's championship reign. But like it, what is any of them doing outside of Liv and Fake China?
Damn. I could have 3 different angles on Judgment Day that could probably get them over. They need to push this Dominic Mysterio angle. They need to capitalize on this before it's too late. Like, y'all already see him. They already see him as one of the top heels in the company, and he kind of is. Every time he goes out, he gets a reaction. It's not like the people don't care about him being out there. He's gonna get booed. So they need to push him a bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's straight heat and it's organic heat. They didn't like the same way with the New Day, but we're not talking about that.
Carmella's not even listed on this list anymore that I see.
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Wait a minute. I didn't see. Hold on. Let me control F and see if I can find Valhalla on this list, or do they have her by Sarah Logan?
Could be by Sarah Logan. I don't even know if she's in the game, to be honest. I ain't buy that deal.
She's in the game.
Oh, she's a 63.
She's a 70. So Carmella is a 74 in 2K24.
Oh yeah, she's up there. Man, wait a minute. How's she above Valhalla and she ain't been in the company in 3 years? Nikki Cross is a 62.
Nikki Cross is kind of buns.
Not in the ring though. Okay, all right. So they got it by year. Okay, so it's like 2023 Nikki Cross is a 62. 2017 Bianca Belair is a 70. Well, 2017 she was just in NXT getting her.
Right, just getting her. But anyway, like the bottom line and all that was just I don't think anybody. I don't know what her pop would look like if she came back at the Rumble. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like I just don't know. But yeah,
they have a Super Cena character, and he's a 100.
I didn't know they could do that.
Dog. Roman Reigns of 2022 is a 97, but Roman Reigns of right now is a 96. Make it make sense. All right, man. All right, whatever. I'm back.
Hey, come on back. How do you feel about How do you
It
feel
pissed
about
me
the
off.
Judgment Day and whatever they got going on right now?
I think that it's kind of run its course. I was watching Raw the other night, and during their segment backstage, I really didn't care. You got Carlito that's there. He does nothing, but he's just a person to get beat up when there's like a multi-man angle outside the ring.
That's cool.
The Raquel Rodriguez thing, just it ain't doing it for me. And it's not a knock on her. I just don't see her as that punishing imposer type role. It's mad forced. I would much rather see Liv and Dom just be like a duo that's just a heel duo that everybody hates and they're separate from Judgment Day. I want to see Finn get out and do his own thing. Yeah, man, I think that they're just dead in the water to me, or they're dead to me rather.
Yeah. I just don't see what they're building to, and unless it's something massive, which I don't even know what that could be because they're claiming they don't want to add a new member. But the only thing that I could think about who has heat as much as they do would be the New Day joining the Judgment Day and making it the new Judgment Day, something like that.
The only
But
thing the only thing I could see to me that would really get them a spark would be if Aleister Black came back and was the new leader of them. But then again, nope, I don't want him associated with them.
but here's the
You
thing, how
saw
do
he's a free agent.
yeah. Oh, they basically already said it. But here's the thing: how do you have someone come in? I get when you kick the leader out, but how do you
Mhm.
have somebody come in when you have established leaders or no leaders to become the leader? That's a little
Ne-
weird.
Neither of them is Aleister Black.
Right.
Next topic.
Okay, cool. So let's kind of I do, no, we'll get to that. So let's kind of jump into the PLE,
Mm-hmm.
Elimination Chamber, Toronto, Canada. Yeah, let's talk about the women's match first. And we can't talk about the women's match without talking about the first 5 minutes. Who wants to go first?
Running it again, man. Yo,
There you go.
when they cooked from the jump. What a dope card, bro. The timing of Jade's music hitting was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Liv's selling of the moment was perfect. Naomi getting her ass beat and dragged was perfect.
That shit
Like
look
it was so
real.
many little intangibles, man. They were, oh my God, they murdered that segment.
The best part about that was Bianca in this cell. Not a thing that she could do about it. Completely lost. Love the outfit. Jesus. I mean, I'm sorry.
Incredible.
Just thrown off like, yeah, get her, snatch and grab, snatch and grab. Shit. Liv sold it. Naomi. And I like that they did the camera positioning because she beat her ass in front of Bianca. Like that's where she was in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Mhm.
that the crowd understood what was happening when Jade's music dropped because it was like weird if you listen to it. Like they didn't. I expected an interruption, but it was just like, huh? Did somebody hit the wrong button? But she came out looking like $1 million,
Gosh.
and
Clean.
Yes.
she zipped Naomi's ass.
That was the best presentation they've had of Jade Cargill so far because she is a badass. Like
Mhm.
she's not a happy-go-lucky face. She don't need to be out there, what I mean, like posing and smiling and shit. Like she need to come out there, wreck shit, and leave. It was dope though, man. I really enjoyed it. The brutality in that whole segment was phenomenal, bro. It really sold like, yo, bitch, you put me off TV. Like, you fuck with my money for 4 months. Like, yo, I'm gonna drag your ass. I loved it. But one thing that I thought about during that entire time, which makes me feel that this angle's not done, when Jade got into the ring, right? If you look back at it and you watch Bianca back there, be like the match is about to start. Everybody's in the ring. Why does Bianca still have her jacket on? Right? And
Yep.
as when Jade gets in the ring and she's kind of getting closer to Liv, like they're starting to have that back and forth exchange. At that point, Bianca looked like she was like, oh shit, like the jig is up. And she started taking her jacket off as if Jade, because I was like, why she still got her jacket on? So I'm just paying attention to little small, subtle details like that. Like, maybe Bianca has something to do with it too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like why is it okay? So now it's gonna be. I'm taking my jacket off. Like I'm stuck in the cell. Like I don't. I know I'm not about to get out of the cell. So why is it now that I'm taking my jacket off?
Saw that too. I saw that too. She was like,
I don't
"Oh
want to be
shit,
friends
you
with
about
either
to
one of
hurt
y'all
me."
right now. I don't want to talk to either one of y'all right now because I will not take this slander from the milkman and and
It's
and the OT lowercase g. Okay, listen. The reason her jacket was on was for aesthetics. So when it came off, you could see the fluffiness and what the hell is going on. Guys, relax. Okay, even if it's true.
I'm just pointing out. This is the nature of
This
what
is
we
what you
do.
do. This is what you do.
We gotta pick and choose and find things to talk about. And I just don't want to be on the tail end pause of this discovery happening, and I didn't mention it on the podcast. I want, like, if she happens to be in it, and it's because of like small stuff, and they cut back to the clip of her being confused and taking the shit off, like, cool. But she was also like crying because it's like, yo, she, like, it wasn't more so like Jade, stop. It was like, what, like, stop, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Oh my gosh, like, it wasn't like, I don't think I remember her hearing her say, Jade, stop. It was more so, I'm distraught because, like, my partner's getting her ass whooped. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, I pay attention to small stuff like that. Why didn't she try to appeal to Jade's other side? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Once I start swinging, you can't appeal to nothing.
but it, you know what I mean? But it was just like, it was more so like, I didn't see that she was like confused as to why she's whooping her ass. She was just more so distraught that her friend was getting her ass whooped. Like,
I got
all of us have had friends that fought each other, right?
you. Mhm.
Like, I'm not distraught. I'm not distraught that y'all niggas are fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, all right, you gotta get your shit off. Like, but
Maybe she
why
did the
was
same thing that we all did and said, "Oh, maybe that's what the fuck going on."
right,
I,
right.
I just
But why was she so distraught? Like, you should understand, if this entire time, like, let's say Naomi has been selling me this story that, yo, we gonna find who did this shit to Jade, like, sis, this, and this. Like, and then you find out that Jade found out that Naomi did that shit to her. Like, I ain't gonna be distraught. Like, yo, you a dirtbag ass nigga. Like, you deserve that shit to happen to you.
I think in the moment you might be a little distraught, but here's what I think might be a curve. If Naomi had something to do with it, but also so did Liv, because Liv was terrified, like she knew that she was coming for her off of
No.
assumptions.
So if you look back at what Liv was saying, she was like, yo, I didn't have anything to do with this. It wasn't me. She was saying that. She was
She did
terrified
say, "I told
because,
you so."
yeah, she was
Yeah, you're right.
terrified because of the week prior they put that clip out that showed her and Raquel like back there in the area. So it's like, I know how they try to spin this shit. Like, yo, listen to me. I didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, all in all, it was great work. It was probably it's probably some of the best dramatic shit that I've seen so far this
100%.
year.
And
Then,
Bianca been selling it
mhm.
in every interview. But
And then to get into the match, that match was A1, bro.
yep,
Like,
Oh yeah.
from
that
from
that
from
match
start to
might
finish,
have
I loved it.
been. I'm definitely giving it more than I'm giving the men's, which we'll get to. But I love that Bianca came in after the. Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Cool. We'll
I
get
don't know
there.
about that.
Um, match wise, not after every. We'll talk.
Hmm.
I love that Bianca came in next.
Hmm.
You got to get you. You can't just sit there. You got to get that ball for and fight for your life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love the whip that she did. I heard that shit. Like we've seen the
Woo!
pictures. Who was in after Bianca? Little Thickums. When she came walking down that aisle.
We talk about Roxanne Perez.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all, yeah, y'all go ahead and talk about the rest of
Yeah,
it. I need a moment.
yeah. Roxanne Perez looked good in there.
Yeah.
Was it was it who did the dive off the top of the cell? I can't remember. Was that
No, I don't. Nobody dived. Nah, somebody hit a top rope. What was it? Alexa Bliss hit a splash, but I don't think nobody jumped off the top rope or
okay?
off the
Okay.
pod.
Maybe, man,
They should have.
maybe I'm thinking of the men's. But yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I still don't like the fact that, and I know it's kayfabe, and I know all this, and that's why we're here. But like, as you see people maneuver into a corner, there was somebody that jumped off the top rope onto two people, and I believe that was Alexa Bliss jumping onto Bianca and somebody else. But you see them fighting and getting close to this corner,
But
and
yeah,
then going, shit drives me
Yeah,
crazy to the end of it.
it's a terrible
I
spot.
thoroughly enjoyed the match. I think all of the women showed out without a lot of botches because there's been a lot of botches in women's matches lately. I think that one was very well done. Loved the winner because of reasons we'll talk about later. But I loved, because we know Triple H don't like when black people win. Yeah, I said it. I said it, Triple H. Come see me.
Hey, the thoughts
Yeah.
expressed by Nick are his and his alone. They do not express the feelings of the Kayfabe Cowboys podcast as
Yes,
a
they
whole.
do. You said the same thing about the prophets. Don't try to leave me out here by myself.
Hey man,
You
hey
got a new
man,
little
hey,
friend.
you bringing
Okay.
up old
All
shit,
right. All
baby.
right. Fine.
You bringing up old shit, man. I have
Fine.
changed. I have
Fine.
seen the light.
Clay, I haven't asked you how you thought about the match. My bad.
First of all, I'm gonna have to trademark OTG because I can't be getting confused. I can't get people. I don't want Triple H coming after me for your shenanigans, man.
That's why you got a lowercase
First
G.
off,
Because
look a little uppercase in
Ever
there.
since I was a lowercase G, but now I'm a big G.
Dollar bill? No, no, no. The match was dope. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little surprised by the winner. Like it kind of made sense because nobody else had really a solid direction. Like I couldn't see nobody else coming out of it going into Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the Alexa Bliss and Liv angle turns into something. That'd be kind of cool because Liv rolled her up to get her out of there. I could see her, Alexa Bliss, and maybe Nikki Cross tag teaming up against Liv and Raquel, something on the line. I'm down for
Mm-hmm.
that.
look,
Uh,
brother.
you know what I'm saying? The Bailey and Roxanne angle, I feel like they're gonna stretch that out a little bit longer,
Yeah, because it hasn't happened on the main roster.
right?
I
Yeah.
forgot that Bailey was in the match.
Right? How?
That's
How'd you
crazy.
forget
She
that?
was the first one eliminated.
I think that's maybe why.
She was the first one eliminated.
I think maybe that's why.
Well,
But I
technically,
knew that
Naomi
as
was the
soon as they
first one
dropped those
eliminated.
belts on Monday, that Bianca had to. You're not gonna keep taking belts off folks and not making them do something. That's where my thought pattern came from.
That's a good point.
And taking
That's a good
belts
point.
off, and Jade gave Naomi belt to ass.
Belt to
So
ass.
give me a letter grade for that match since apparently y'all don't agree with me.
No. Like I'm not saying that it was, and I think part of my remembrance of that match has a lot to do with the other stuff, the extracurriculars. But I give the women's match an A. Like it was 100% for me.
What
Cooked.
you
It
got?
was medium
Same.
well.
Same. It was an A. Yeah, yeah. Like you said, from the
I don't like
women's
the way you
segment.
say that. I mean, yeah, what was that?
I mean, because if it was an A, it won 100. It might have been like a 94, 95.
Whoa,
You know what I'm
whoa,
saying? So
whoa, whoa.
depending on the scale.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 98. You know. All right, cool. The next match, I
94.
really right. That's your boy. The next match, I'm gonna. I don't want. Fine, I'll do it. The tag team match. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, UGA.
Uh,
It's all you, dog.
It's all UGA. You're right. He watched that one several times.
Hmm.
which
Sound
tag
off.
match?
Exactly. That's my
Honestly,
point. That's exactly my point.
I can't remember what tag match was on the card.
The Trish Stratus, Tiffy Time versus Brahma Bull and what's her name?
Oh, you talking about Nia Jackson,
Yeah.
Candice LeRae?
The
That's my
Brahma
point. That's why I
Bull.
wanted to skip.
Yeah. So then KO and Sammy had a match.
No, wait. Come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. When I watched that joint live, I skipped the commercial and skipped the whole match and didn't even recognize. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna lie.
man. Yeah, we can. Hey, and
I went back and
go.
The,
watched it though.
the
I went back
moment
and watched it.
the moment we knew it was in Toronto, I was like, they're not. You're not gonna. You know.
Look good. Trish looked good for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
she always looked
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
In
she
the
did.
ring too though. Like the moves as well. GA.
That's what I'm referring to.
Was it? Okay.
Stratisfaction over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
High on stratisfaction over there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, man. I love
Anybody
that.
could have won that
Mm-hmm.
match.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Kevin winning does anything more for him than Sammy losing does anything for him. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say they pissed me off at the end.
Talk about when he clotheslined Lil Nate.
But that
That
shit was
pissed me
funny
off too, Nick.
because I need refs to do some sort of goddamn cardio or something because these single punches be taking these. You can bump into these niggas and they'll fall out like a
mm-hmm.
house of cards. But I'm talking the Viper,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm not mad at the Viper. But I did see this on the internet, and they said it about Jey Uso too. When somebody getting their ass kicked, and these niggas posing as they walk down the aisle, taking for fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted that punt. That punt was needed.
Man.
to talk
But
about.
we gotta build to it, because if it's KO Randy at Mania, imagine the pop in that arena when he punts KO at Mania.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
I'm with you 100%. But in that moment, I need my lip back.
He did. He RKO'd him.
But
He
see, the feeling that you have right now, Nick, that's exactly what they were trying to garner. You're like, oh, I just want to see him punt him so bad. So when he punt him at Mania, you probably gonna cream yourself, dog.
quite possibly. Sometimes I'm easy. Okay, you know what? That makes sense. But everybody storming the ring at that that they've been doing a little bit of cheesiness lately, and I'm like, so nobody was available until everybody was available. Like they was like, I ain't going until you go in. You going in?
If I was one of the you know what I mean, the undersized security crew, maintenance man who helped put the ring together, people in a black shirt, like I would be sitting back there like, you see how big this nigga is? Like, if you go, I'll go.
6'6", 275. Like, what
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
if
if you go, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? But until you go, I'm staying back here in Gorilla. I'm not going. I don't get paid enough for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, after I gotta take the ring apart after this. Like, I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? I came here to stretch the apron out and make sure it reached four corners. I didn't come out here to get dismantled and get, you know what I mean? I don't want to be Show Speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get broke apart, bro.
Fair enough.
RIP to Show Speed, man.
Yo, he got his ass whooped.
Gracious.
I do have to ask y'all this because it just popped in my head as we were talking about everybody getting in the ring. Do y'all be looking out for the security guards? Like, oh, there's Redbeard. Oh, there's Ponytail. My wife and I do that. Be like, all right, so in 5 years, he's gonna be champion. Some goddamn way.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Because it's always, and I just be looking like, all right, I ain't seen him in a few weeks. Does that mean he about to debut somewhere?
Speaking of somebody that was ancillary person backstage and now is a champion, shout out to Shawn Spears winning the North American Championship and not shaking Shawn Michaels' hand backstage. He didn't forget. Remember the clip? He said, "What's your name?" Stan. He said, "See, I just kick Stan." Like, you know what I'm saying? He never forgets.
But that's crazy to think about how long ago that was.
Yep. Yeah.
That's long-term storytelling right there.
He
All
never
right.
forgot.
That was good work.
So let's get into what everybody wants us to talk about before we get into everything else that everybody wants us to talk about.
Yeah, kill him with the shoulders. Yeah.
There was a men's elimination chamber. There was.
Well, there was.
And there was a lot of
Break-A-Wish Foundation
shenanigans that took place, disrespect, BS, and more. But let's talk about the match itself. I believe who were the first two entrants?
The first two, I believe the first two in the ring was Logan Paul in there first?
I think it's Seth and Scottish. I feel like that's right.
Yeah, Seth and Drew. Yeah, Seth and Drew.
Yeah.
Okay. It was good, man. I like it was so many different stories in that match, which was dope. I'm so happy that Seth got eliminated when he did, because I don't want Seth and Punk to be able to have one-on-one time with each other or a lot of time. They played that perfect, which actually led into what happened Monday night, and now they're gonna have a cage match with them two as a blow-off. So I loved how they kept that story separate. They allowed for, for as a matter of fact, I think they kept Drew and Punk apart for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, like they didn't want too many of those stories to mesh, because the main story that they was Punk Cena within that match. You know what I'm saying? Them having a mutual respect for each other and them working together. And then it's like, all right, now I got to take you out. You know what I mean? I dig it, man. I really love that match. I think I watched that match twice Sunday morning. Matter of fact, I watched both of the chamber matches more than once. It was dope, man. I even as much as the fan in me hates Logan Paul, and he evokes a lot of that feeling that you're supposed to have, I was happy to see him in the ring in that match. Like, he added a level of heel and arrogance that needed to be in that match, man. I think all the people in there did their thing. All right, what are we looking around for? Is there an owl back there that you heard? Like,
what's going on, Nick?
I was trying to see what that smell was, but I was gonna let Clay go first.
Oh, was it The Rock?
No,
Is he cooking?
It was some bullshit.
What?
Hmm.
How do you do it? What is it, like a little something like that? Little bullshit.
Cassius,
Like that?
tell us how you feel about everything up until the end.
Cassius.
Cash is funny, bro. So yeah, GA hit the nail on the head, bro. Like the stories, it was just multiple stories meshed in with each other, but they were able to separate them. Like you were saying, Drew got eliminated before Punk even got in the ring. Perfect.
Yeah,
Because
perfect.
we done with the Punk. We done with the Punk and Drew. We're done with the Punk and Drew.
For now.
I ain't done with it yet, but I see what you're saying.
Only reason I'm done with it is because Seth and CM Punk might be having a triple threat with somebody at WrestleMania. So I would rather push that instead of keep
Sure.
revisiting this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm a big Drew stan though. Big Drew stan. Love Drew. Him getting eliminated by Damian Priest, I just still don't. I'm not sold on this man, bro. I'm not a fan of Damian Priest. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Damian Priest. So that one kind of rubbed me a little bit, but I could see why they did it.
Pause.
Did it finish you off?
It was well, y'all seen this guy, a psychopath, right? He say talk less, Clay more. He was talking about me, bro. He was talking about me.
I did.
I got a million of them. I got a million of them. You know what I'm saying? I got a million of them. You want to see the shirt under? But yeah, bro. The match was cinema, bro. Like they cooked from top to bottom. This was like a perfect card. Like I don't have any qualms with this card. The finish was good. Cena, I don't know if y'all heard him when he put Punk in the real STF, the one that probably actually hurts, not that fucking
At that boot? Yeah.
whatever the fuck he be doing. I don't know what he be doing. He actually told Punk sorry. Did y'all hear him say sorry when he was
Yeah.
kicking him out?
Yeah. I
After
definitely
he
heard
got
that.
stomped in the head?
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
this is just it. I loved it. I was, bro, super high, all the way up.
So loud high. Okay. So I will tell you, I waited to go last just because I'm a jerk. I loved like all of y'all have said, both y'all have said, the storylines intertwining. Loved every bit of that. Loved that Drew got eliminated before Punk. Loved that. Where I started to wonder, which it was soon figured out to me, was the involvement of what's the nigga name? Drew, not Drew.
Seth,
Who just said Damien?
yeah, Priest, yeah.
Because it seemed like a random.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And I get that he's now pinned Drew twice. So if you think, WrestleMania and now, and actually 3 times because he pinned him at with their match. So I kind of get building that potentially toward Mania. The finish that I didn't love was that top rope frog splash. It was just, and it was awkward due to the cage. Everybody's always complained about jumping off the cage to do a finisher. I think that's how Triple H got hurt a few years ago because there's not enough space to do everything that you needed to do. I was elated when Logan Paul got eliminated because I was like, please don't push this. Like we had to deal with that championship run for a part timer. I don't need that. I loved the stomp.
Yeah,
It was some of the pettiest stuff I've seen in a while because it's like if I can't win,
neither can you.
I don't care if he wins, but you can't win. And for me, I was like, that's the type of stuff I would do.
That's my level of petty there, baby.
It's my level of petty. Not to mention the purple 12, they peeked out at the end. I thought that was kind of dope too.
Cool,
now,
cool.
STF, we get the win. Who wants to take the rest of this? I'm just matter of fact, Clay,
Huh?
your boy won.
Adrenaline in my soul.
And then our savior, Cody Rhodes, comes out.
He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that.
Well, we knew he had to come out. And which threw me at that moment. I was like, so nobody gonna grab a mic? They're just gonna keep fake talking to each other. Somebody always grabs a mic. Then the final boss comes out with a remixed Travis Scott entrance.
Fiend.
And I will tell you, at that moment, I was annoyed because what is your purpose here, sir? Weren't you just with Jay a couple weeks ago?
That was.
Here you go.
So, all right. So I love Travis Scott's involvement in WWE right now because they are.
Shoes.
Yeah, hold up.
See?
Is that why?
Anyway,
that's why.
But because as a matter of fact, The shoes he had on at that event, I had them on at my event. You know what I'm saying? Like we were kindred spirits. But the way that they're getting him immersed in things that are happening, because he has the official WrestleMania theme song. Like he's, you know what I mean? They're ramping up his involvement. But it was dope though, man. It was a lot of things, subtle things that I paid attention to with that is you had Travis Scott come out with Jey Uso, who's a face, right? Now you have Travis Scott come out with The Rock, who is a heel, which signified a heel turn to me was on the horizon. Like it, all that's like, because like what happened for Travis Scott to now be heel? You know what I'm saying? Like the final, he must have gotten a deal from the final boss that he couldn't refuse. Like I could take your music and take it to another stratosphere because I can put it into this. Like, so I believe Travis Scott, he took the soul offering as well. But his
present is sucking all the souls up.
Yeah, Karen Steffens. But it was dope to see Travis Scott's presentation in it. Like he looked, you know, I think somebody in our other chat was like, yo, Travis Scott a nigga. Like he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just like how, you know, how badass he looked, you know, standing off adjacent and circling Cody Rhodes, and you know what I mean, like yo, what the fuck, you know what I mean, what the fuck you gonna do type shit. It was dope, man. Okay. Yeah, I loved it. And then the slap heard around. My bad.
Goodness gracious, man, reel it back in.
I'm sorry. Oh, that hardcore joint that Triple H gave him.
She hard.
And I'm not what else. Yeah, I know. And I just want to touch on the belt because that's really the only thing I cared about. So we're not in the ring yet, so that's why we had to pull GA back. Let him. He's going to find his shoes right now. Just let it happen, Clay. He does this. See, I know my teammate. Clay, how did you feel about at least the involvement up into they started talking?
I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know where this was going. I just thought that John Cena was just in there. I thought it was going to go, okay, we've seen enough. All right.
We've seen enough as a while.
Yeah, he's already the public enemy of WWE right now. All right, those are ugly, but that's
fine. I would expect that from a face.
What are those? What do they call the cactus flowers? The cactus juice.
Something cactus like that. Juice is wild.
Whatever.
I do want some of that cacti energy drink though. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What you do?
Nah, bro, drink Zoa. But
facts.
Yeah, I had no
or idea. Prime.
Prime is legit. But I was so lost, bro. I had no.
Or Terramana.
That's we got that too. Hey. We had that pop up.
With that rock. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. I'm with you. I was confused. I was confused as hell. So let's get to the shit. The phrase heard around the world.
The slap.
No. See, you going too far.
You gone too far. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's hey Rock, go yourself. And I paused.
I didn't expect that.
I was watching the other fight on the big screen. Mm-hmm. So I was like, did he just say, like, wait, where did that come from? Because again, I was watching the boxing match, which that was great too.
That was.
So I was like, oh wait, so have we moved into a different like area? Is this because it's a PLE? Like, what is happening here? And I noticed the animation of John Cena in the background.
Yes.
For two reasons. One, I was like, you're doing a lot to still be out here.
That's John Cena though. That's John Cena.
But then I was like, but that's John Cena. Like he does the most, which is why I wasn't a huge fan. I'm like, all right,
right.
And then the face / heel turn where his face dropped, and I was like, all right, bro, this is not. I hated that. Didn't hate the turn. I just hated the face he made. The low blow.
It wasn't so much a face that it was just like it was devoid of expression.
I felt like he was trying to make an angry face, or like he was putting on. Like to drop your face is to drop your face, but he was like Frankenstein monster. Like that's how I felt about it. The attack was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cole said he had brass knuckles. I was like, that's a Rolex.
Yeah,
you see that?
Bro. Yeah, Michael Cole
thought it was crazy.
That whole segment, bro.
Whole segment. That's why I'm clapping. Like, yeah, tell him. Then before we get to GA's favorite part, did y'all notice the box
with Travis?
Yes.
His whole before him being out there in general.
Yes, but when he was trying to push Cody up, and Cena was like, "Nigga, that's not what we talked about."
Put him down. Sit him
I was
down.
dying laughing.
What are you
And then what?
doing?
Then what happened, GA?
Can I
You can
go
say it
now?
now. Yeah, you can say it now.
Okay. The slap heard around the world. Travis Scott gave Cody Rhodes everything that he deserved. He deserved to be slapped. He deserved to get a black eye. He deserved to get a busted eardrum. He's the nastiest, most vile, vindictive, deceitful, condescending asshole portraying himself as a face that the WWE has ever seen on this side of Hulk Hogan. Cody Rhodes deserved all the bad things that happen in life to happen to him and only him. Cody Runnels deserves it.
Are you done?
I'm gonna go backwards too.
Straight up.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna write a letter to Travis Scott, man. I gotta send him some hate mail or something, bro. That was a terrible display of sports entertainment, man. I'm
horrible,
just gonna ignore everything that
horrible.
GA just said. That was
I would,
just
I will tell you, I
terrible.
can't wait for that receipt
What?
because Lord have mercy,
On his soul.
he's gonna hit him so hard that Travis is gonna want to fight in real life.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
You,
He gonna hit him so hard in the chest that his shoulder blade's gonna touch.
he gonna hit that
Hold
man
on,
so
wait.
hard,
What talk?
you gonna make a microphone out of
Bro,
his
be quiet.
ribs. No, you stay out of this, G.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
talk
stay out of
about
this.
Cody Rhodes like he's Ryback or something. Like he's like the same size as Travis Scott. What are we talking? They're like damn near the same size. You know what I mean?
What?
And y'all, Cody Rhodes ain't no powerhouse, dog. He ain't man, dog. He ain't doing nothing to LaFlame.
LaFlame ain't got no adrenaline in his soul.
Something,
Hey,
something. Cody Rhodes.
hey,
Okay.
whatever, man.
So the
You can have it. I'll be
the
quiet.
the only thing that I will tell you, because I do feel like we've just kind of discussed these title runs in general. I hate how much Cody gets color.
Yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, huh? Yeah.
It's too often. Like they said, oh, I beat him last year in front of the van that showed John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that's out in the atmosphere.
John
He's
Cena.
bloody. He's bloody then. He's been bloodied so much. It's almost like, nigga, like, are you donating this shit at this point? Like,
He a
it's
nigga?
too much. And the red and the blonde hair, I'm not a fan of it. Rather, I like Cody Rhodes, which I do. I don't like him as champion, but I do. I just don't like the way he always looks weak. That's what I'm not a fan of.
If it looks weak and it sounds weak, odds are it's fucking weak.
As good
Cody
as he is.
Rhodes is getting everything that he deserves. He's a vile ass individual that turned his back on a friend when his friend got hit with a fucking car and decided to team up with the person who was driving said car. Everything Cody Rhodes is getting is all it's all comeuppance from the things that he's done in the past. We can't run from our past. Things that are done in the dark always come to the light. He is getting what he deserves. And I fucking love it.
Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. What I would love to see from this is we still get a heel Cody Rhodes out of this. Because it's one thing to be heel versus heel, face
Mm-hmm.
versus face, what we thought we were
Yeah.
getting. But then you have like a heel conspiracy heel with the whatever we're gonna call the Rocks group, which I'm sure we'll get a name for soon, and then a outlandish "I'll murder you" type heel. Where they what they calling them, the Outlander? What's that show?
Are you talking about the boys?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. Homelander.
Homelander. So we get a
Yeah.
Cody Homelander, like just a evil, vindictive, everybody can get it type Cody. Versus that, I would love to see because I still think that they do need to change his image of the weakness that you're loving. Now, we ended the show with a bloody champion. We didn't have any title changes. Yeah, we didn't have any title changes. So that gets us to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that we see when we pull up, ironically, is a pickup truck, and we get CM Punk, who dropped bars.
Oh man.
He dropped bars. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. What did we grade the men's match? I forgot that because we got wrapped up in the slap. What do we grade the?
I give it A. I give it A.
That's an A. It's a higher A than the women's. You know what I'm saying? But that's an A plus, bro.
Are you adding the ending to it, or we just talking about the match?
I gotta add the ending to it, bro. Because the only reason
That means the women.
it's got an
That
ending
means the
because
women's
it's
match was
ended.
better. That's all I needed to hear. Okay, now
Wait,
that's what you said. If you're adding the ending where the women didn't get, that's what you said. Anyway, so we got
listen,
CM Punk. Let me
Don't
jump
want to
back
be
into it.
rude. Don't want to be rude.
CM Punk drops a
listen.
bar. Seth Rollins
Several
comes out,
bars. Yeah.
several bars. I didn't know what he was gonna call Rock because I was like, oh, this is Netflix. This may get because again, last thing we heard was to go F yourself. I didn't know where we
Mm-hmm.
were going. They come out to fight. I love how that took place because it looked like it was a legit fight. I can't wait to see what actually comes up from that. There's some other things that happened in Raw. One I do want to touch on really quickly. This Chad Gable shit better turn into something.
I wonder who the person that he's going to see, like he's in Mexico, so it's not Aleister Black when they talked about the dark arts, so it can't be Aleister Black because he doesn't live in Mexico. The only thing I can think is that he's possibly bringing Ray Phoenix.
Thought that too, because now everything has been released, and I thought that too.
But that wouldn't make sense because, like, okay, the only way that would make sense to me is like, all right, who would know this guy well enough to be able to beat him more than his own brother?
We're talking luchadors. Got you.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel
And
that.
that's how you
What
go
I
ahead.
was thinking was, I'm thinking that we kind of put a pause. They were like, okay, we know that Malachi Black and Ray Phoenix contracts are both about to expire. They're both not about to get re-signed. We're gonna push this angle, and then we're gonna wait, and we're gonna see which one of them we can get first. That being in Mexico tells me, yeah, yo, Ray Phoenix is coming before Aleister Black or Malachi Black, whatever he's gonna be called. But I feel like it's gonna spin in a way that like Chad Gable's like, yeah, I got this guy to take care of you, and they're gonna be like, yo, we brothers. And then they gonna jump this man Chad. I feel like that's kind of where they lean into.
That would be cool.
That was my thought too. But then I said, well, what if they didn't want to tag them quite yet? Because if you
Mm.
put them as a team, who on Raw is beating them?
Now the story could be, since we're coming up with some fantasy booking, what if the story is that Ray Phoenix is upset that Penta left him? Like
That way,
you,
that way, you're still not making them tag. I'm with
yeah,
that.
yeah. You left me over here to fend for myself. You didn't try to. You didn't come to my defense when they did me wrong, and you went on to be celebrated and have the best moments of your life without me.
That's not bad either. That's not
That's
bad either.
not bad. I mean,
Which
and
had,
you always make up with family.
yep, which gives Ray Phoenix some redeemable qualities because it's like I'm the little brother that was left. My emotions are being, you know what I mean, like my emotions are misguided. Like, I love my brother so much and I was hurt so much when he left.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
like it.
Then they could have banger after banger. They could have a whole little program with each other that
And
keeps
then they get
them
back
from
together.
having to feed the rest of the mid card to Penta because he's beating everybody.
Because
Mm-hmm.
that shit with the German dude ain't working.
Yeah, I'm good on
With
that. I'm good
with
on that.
Ludwig.
Ludwig Kaiser,
Ludwig.
Austrian, excuse me. I want to be correct.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't working. Their styles don't seem to match
Mm-mm.
well in the ring.
Yeah.
Would it be a Styles clash?
Hey,
But
let me get through the rest of this episode. Tag team match was actually pretty decent. Still no pop for the tag team champions, for the men at least, I should say. Uh, and that's why you don't want Penta and Ray Phoenix to tag together because the Viking War dumbass Raiders
Viking,
have no pop.
I think the crowd was chanting war, but then we also got to look at who they were in a match with, right?
Is that what we're doing?
Think about it. For the ace,
Pretty
like, go
Pretty
ahead.
Deadly gets a bigger pop than them niggas. Let's be honest.
A pretty deadly funky man.
Pretty Deadly, who's a bottom tier on. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'll let you finish.
But I'm just saying, like, we know that the War Raiders are they have a transitional championship reign, right? Like they're not going to be the long term whatever is going to happen. Ultimately, they're going to have to find a way I think they're going to have to find a way either to get the belts off of the War Raiders before the Street Profits get to it, or the Street Profits really get made by looking strong and taking the belts off of the War Raiders. So I think they're trying their best to have the War Raiders be so dominant in their matches. So when the Street Profits actually take the belts off of them, like they've built up both sides.
I don't think that they want. I think the Street Profits wanted back in blood from who took it from, not another show.
So you think they gonna switch the Street
I
Profits
don't I
over
don't
on
think it's
Raw and
about the
have them
show.
take it?
I think they want it back from these niggas who played them.
That makes
Because
sense.
it's
Because
never
Cody
been
should be
about,
champion.
yeah, it's never been about like, it's been about the belts, but like just making them champions on Raw, that ain't gonna stop what the Street Profits are doing on SmackDown. They wanted in blood from over there. That's what I think.
So I'm confused. Is there still Raw and SmackDown tag champions? I don't know why I thought it was just, but no, that's the women's. Oh, okay, all right.
That's what I
My
Because
thought.
bad. I threw us for a loop with that. My
the
bad.
SmackDown champions have less pop than the War Raiders.
Oh, you talking about DIY?
Correct.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. I was trying to figure. I was trying to remember who it was.
And I only when he said SmackDown, I started to go through who they wanted to go through. That's why I said pretty deadly. Okay, let's go to the main event because I know we get a little long on time. Rhea versus Io. First of all, Rhea looked great in that match.
Mm-hmm.
She was on the outside of the ring.
You need a moment? You need a towel?
Put your
Oh no,
hands
I
on the
got my
camera,
Skims on.
man.
They're good.
Oh,
Cover the
okay.
camera up, man.
They're
Don't.
super absorbent. Took me for a loop. Did not see what took place take place. Did not see it.
No, no, no.
I was happy.
No. Super
Of
swerve.
course you were.
Ooh. Really?
Of course you were.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why?
Not
Why?
so. I mean, not because there's like some sort of like ulterior motive or anything like that. It's just like championship changes don't happen on regular TV enough.
That's true.
And I thought that match, because the thing is, everybody wants to see Bianca and Rhea at Mania, and the writing was on the wall for that. So like, I was watching the match like, they're gonna put on, Io gonna get her shit in. It's gonna be a great match. Rhea's gonna win. But to see Io actually go over,
It was swerve on
it's
the corner.
yeah, they put a swerve. They whoa. And they gave the fans something to let them know that like anything can happen, man. Like you can't turn away from this match at Prince Nana. You can't turn away from from us on TV. Like you can't. There's not going to be a predictable ending to every championship match on TV. I loved it.
I feel like you were in my household because we listened to um, John Cena's message about he has to win 17 so
Mm-hmm.
that he can shake the hand of somebody who wins 18. And I verbally said titles don't change hands enough to get to 18 anymore. We
Mm-hmm.
just had a 3-4 year champion.
Yep.
It's if you get to 18, then you started at 18 and you ended. You know what I'm saying? Like that's damn near.
Mm-hmm.
But my question to you is, why was Rhea not disqualified? Io not disqualified? Because if you
Because
think about it, Rhea did something slight, pushed maybe hit her a little bit to what's her name?
Bianca.
Help me.
Bianca.
No,
Bianca.
week before when she lost when Bianca and them, to get to the reason why they had that match. It was Io
Io.
versus the girl who just was just WWE champion, women's champion,
Is it, bro? Oh, versus
Liv.
Liv.
Live.
Liv. So remember when Rhea got involved in that match, she barely hit Liv, got her disqualified.
That is true.
Bianca
That's true.
pushed into the wall or into the ring, pushed us several times, and the ref was like, "Nah, let this shit ride."
Well, it's up to the referee's discretion too. Like they do say that. Like, what I mean, I've heard them say that a few times. It's up to the ref's discretion. And I think, the ref might have had a clean view of Rhea antagonizing her and just probably made a decision like, like she had that shit coming. I don't want this match to end in a DQ. It's very inconsistent. I definitely
And
very,
that's
very, very
I wanted to make sure
inconsistent.
you say that
All the
because
way
my thought
agree.
is
But
in that same instance, it's typically you're not disqualified if we're fighting and I hit you, but you never get a touch on me. Match
right.
continues. She put her hands on her.
Yeah, and I think it's just the consistency is the thing that I did have a problem with. But Clay, thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bro, as soon as Bianca hit, I was like, okay, DQ, that's fine. I'm cool with that, whatever. Because Io has been getting pinned a lot, to be honest. She's been getting pinned a lot, especially in big matches. Like at Saturday night's main event, she faced Liv for the title. She lost. And I was like, she got a match right back. I think she lost in the IC Women's Tournament. I was like, bro, like she's getting pinned a
That
lot.
was the match
So
I was
her
talking about. Yep.
Right. Okay. Okay. There we go. So her getting not getting the pin there, I was like, okay, that's cool. Disqualification, schmaz, whatever. But I think the ultimate question out of this whole match is, do we want to see Bianca versus Io at Mania? Like that does nothing for me. That don't do nothing for me. There's
That was a
something bigger
perfect
to this
segue.
angle. You
That
know
was
what
a
I'm saying?
perfect segue. Yeah. We should bring you on more often. And I believe Jared, as a matter of fact, go ahead, take lead.
Who, me?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen?
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
I think we get a triple threat. I think we get Io, Rhea, Bianca. Because just thinking back about this, Rhea has a valid argument. Like, Io should have been disqualified because Bianca put her hands on me. So it could be another reason why she didn't do, and she would have every reason to say that, like, yo, like I should have won that match by DQ because like somebody outside the ring put their hands on me.
Assaulted.
And the ref saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Just like they talked about that pin, the 1, 2, 3 in Germany or across the sea. So like you pinned me, but you ain't pinned me. Let's be real. Like it's the same thing.
Randy Orton and Gunther.
But the only thing that I think could probably like trump that, no, never mind. It wouldn't make sense because Bianca won the chamber, so she deserves it. I was thinking of Bianca Jade, but that can't happen because Bianca.
Now that can't happen.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's how you save this match though. Whatever. That's how you save this match. So it's like, yeah, the triple threat, I'm cool with. I'll take that because Rhea can bring up, hey, you should have got disqualified. You should have got disqualified just like I should have got disqualified just like how would happen to you. So she could bring that and make it make sense.
Hold on.
Wait.
Before you say something, I'm gonna put it in the chat. But I don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
The chat.
All right. So go ahead and start talking. I'm sending it now.
Okay. So I kind of lost it. Okay. So remember, if we think back, when Jade got attacked, where was Bianca? In the ring.
She was in the ring.
Right?
Yeah.
Allegedly. Here's the thing. If Jade thinks that Bianca had anything to do with it, she then takes Bianca out prior to said match, and then you get those two to run it back at WrestleMania fair and square. That's option one. Option two, you let them three fight it out. Somehow, Bianca pulls us out. Because you got to think about it. Rhea is still 0 and now 6 or maybe a 7 against Io. So that doesn't change. Now you have Bianca as champion going into SummerSlam. And now I need that back in blood against Bianca with Jade. Okay.
So if you check your message now, I was somewhere along the lines of where you were going.
That ain't what mine say. Mine don't say that.
No? Jade costing Bianca at Mania? Like, so I think what will be cool is I think Jade stays silent, right? She doesn't interact with Bianca. She goes away from TV. Naomi shows back up. She beats the hell out of Naomi again, but she refuses to talk to Bianca. Not in a on-camera thing. Like, I don't want to talk to her. Like, Bianca can't get in contact with her. And then in the triple threat match at Mania, as Bianca's coming out to the ring, like as she's coming down the aisle, the music changes and it's Jade, and Jade brutalizes and beats her so she can't participate in the match. Which would show, now that signifies both of them motherfuckers had something to do with it.
And you know what I just thought about? And I know we're getting a little long for this episode. False. You got to think that WWE does everything on purpose. Like they changed, as soon as they found out The Rock was going to be there for Cody, they changed the flyer to The Rock, John Cena, and Lapupu.
Yeah, Lapupu.
Look at what Jade had on. Yeah, LaFlair, Lapupu, whatever he is. Look at what Jade had on when she came out. She had on a black Stormy type outfit. Like, right? What did Bianca have on? The purest of pure white.
Yeah.
What did Bianca have on Monday? The purest of pure white. So now it's darkness, white versus black, darkness versus light. That's got to come to a head at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point too. That's a good point.
Because I've never seen Bianca wear all white like that.
Not like
it threw me for a loop. I was like, "Oh, you fine," but like, I would hate to wear that.
Yeah, okay. Man, it's a lot, man.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I'm excited that because there were a couple weeks where I was like, all right, bro, I'm about to take another hiatus. Y'all get on my damn nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Penta saved a lot of weeks. I ain't gonna hold you.
He did.
Right. Do y'all have any hot takes as we go into the next couple weeks before our next episode?
No hot take, just something I'm excited to see. Obafemi versus Moose at NXT. What's that takeover gonna be called?
Roadblock, right?
It's soon too.
Yeah, I think it's Roadblock. I think that's going, you know what I mean? I think that's going to feed families, man. So I'm excited to see that.
Can't have a clean ending. It will not have a clean ending. I guarantee that.
It probably won't.
It's
Like,
too soon
cause
for them to be going at it to be clean.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. Really no hot take. Cody Rhodes deserved it. Clay.
I was talking to one of my other homeboys about wrestling because wrestling is universal. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to one of my other homeboys, and we were talking about why hasn't The Rock inserted himself into this solo Sokoa, Jacob Fatu? Why has he not talked to them at all? I was like, I want to see something like that.
Why would you do that when we down to the end of the episode? Because y'all know he's down to 2 fingers now. Did y'all catch that? God damn it. Y'all saw it, right? Y'all did see that, right?
Yeah, I
At
do
at
that. Yeah,
the
go ahead.
at the Atlanta PLE, it was 3 fingers. At this PLE, it was 2.
Mm-hmm.
So is that your hot take before I finish mine?
Yeah, that's what I got, baby. That's what I got.
My hot take is Jay is going to be the next man in.
Mm.
And what? And what?
In the Rock's faction.
You got The Rock, who is Big Oos. You got LaFlame. You got John Cena, because if John wins the belt, what other way is there for me to end WrestleMania but with the other belt?
Nah,
Bruh, that
They may not.
is
His
that's
popularity is too
cooking.
high. I'm with you.
That is
I
cooking,
don't.
bro. That's cooking. Like, and I think it would be cool for them to get out ahead of the Jey Uso face becoming stale.
Because they love you till they don't.
The pop that we get with Jey Uso joining that conglomerate
We already
as a
making kids
champion.
cry, right? We
Oh my
already making kids
gosh.
cry.
They would really be the Break-A-Wish Foundation.
Because how else am I going to beat this dude that I'm 0-3 against? How? I don't have any more moves.
he talk about him winning against Gunther. I don't know what they're gonna do with that either. They would have
That's
to
what I'm
set
saying.
that up.
I love it.
The
I
only
love
way
it.
I can win, you know what
I
I'm saying?
love it.
Because I told you I was the tribal chief in training. So now I don't need none of you. I got.
Yeah,
So
I like
that's what
that.
I
I
got.
like that. And yeah,
That's crazy.
and also, yeah, before we go, at some point or another, I had a request from my friend Derek. He said at some point, he said he watches the show. He said at some point or another, he wants us to do a breakdown of the Montreal screw job. So just throwing that out there.
There was no such thing as a Montreal screw job.
Hey,
You know
man.
what?
Hey man.
Run it back. We'll do it tonight. No, I'm kidding. All right, good.
Brett screwed Brett, man.
Hold on,
Rocky died.
hey man, that's my line.
Well, since we're changing up things,
Hold on.
we can
Oh
switch
no,
from
so
faces to
yeah,
heels.
so y'all didn't catch the reference. That's my line. Y'all get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, yeah, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, Jay Lethal.
Yeah, little
Did y'all hear
That's
Ric
my
Flair
line.
say he would do anything it takes in his life to make sure that John Cena don't win another title?
Hey man, I do anything necessary in life to make sure Hulk Hogan never smiles.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, can you please? We got to tell the people where to find you, sir. Because I can't.
You can find me here on the Kayfabe Cowboys podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Kayfabe Cowboys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and turn on notifications to be notified when we're dropping new content. Also, you can find me personally at It's Zach Morris. You can shop for some of my merch at unvirgin.ndav on Instagram. Also, nobodydiesvirgin.com. And the shades that are on his face right there, they are Unvirgin, our emblem sunglasses that have just sold out.
I say they all out.
Yeah, and we got for Mania coming up. We're gonna design some sort of exclusive Unvirgin kayfabe merch just for Mania. So we might end up doing a limited drop on that. Also, Clay, tell the folks where they can find you, man.
How do you go after that?
Currently,
Jeez.
yeah, I know, right? How am I supposed to live that up, man? Kayfabe podcast doing big, bro. Goodness gracious. I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on this OTG website. It'll be coming to you soon. It's not gonna be Nick's face on it because he has nothing to do with OTG. It's just me, the phenomenal Clay A. Giles. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can find me. It's coming to you soon, bro. Coming to you soon.
Brother Legend.
The fact that my first initial is A and my last name is Giles is ridiculous, and I don't like this. That's bananas. Jesus. Second of all, I'm still mad about the pop-up shop because I was gonna buy the floral thing you wrapped around the purse.
You
So
talking
I
about
was
the
definitely
scarf?
gonna I was gonna put that under a hoodie.
Oh, we got
They
some
sold
more.
out there. Okay, good.
No, yeah, we ain't sell out of the scarf.
Oh, you told me I didn't have any more.
No, I
Anyway,
didn't. No, I didn't.
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I did not.
Pop-up shop was great. I'm glad I got
Mommy
some
and
new
Daddy are
merch.
fighting.
That gray one, I get paid on Friday. That gray one got to come home.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so we're actually putting all the stuff on the site on Friday. So
fantastic news.
Yeah,
because they take Afterpay, and I prefer to use that. But you can find me on St. Louis rolling on dubs. You know how that works. Here, as always, love this podcast, love this group of guys, love the community that brings. Got to talk to one of the guys at the pop-up shop, was about wrestling, which was great. Got to see some of the same people on Sunday at Mochella. So I am back behind the bar. Book me for your latest and greatest events. I'm pretty affordable for what I think, because I've been hearing some crazy rates. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at IamLegend_716 or legendary_mixes for my bartending. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe here. Tag somebody as we post these episodes. Start that conversation down in the conversation area.
Yeah, man. Tag a friend, share, do all that good stuff. And this was a great episode. Shad, you were missed, and I hope that we held it down for you.
He's not gonna like any of this.
He's not gonna like it at all. And also, he's the one that's going to have to do the editing. So
he's gonna hear this. We should please throw some more in there.
Yeah, but we appreciate all of you for tuning in when we post these episodes.
Wait,
and what's up?
Should I do it then?
What's that?
Should I do it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it. You can find me at Shad Harris everywhere. ShodHarris. I'm 39 years old. I'm building a multi-million-dollar conglomerate. Follow me for all of your AV needs. I love you guys. We'll be back soon.
And on that note, we thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all again in a week or two. And as always, Brett screwed Brett. Die Rocky die. We out of here, man. Black wrestling fans. Peace.